George was one of the most influential icons in our industry. He was our colleague, our mentor, and our friend. I had the privilege of working with George. He was my business partner for 13 years. I want you to know some of the things I admired about him. First, he was a respected and accomplished leader. He made significant contributions to NAIOP. He was a past president of this chapter, and he was very active at the national level. Research Foundation governor and trustee, past chairman of the Industrial Development Forum. He was also the founder of NAI Real Best and chairman. His folks are sitting right here. Yeah. George served our country with a distinguished military career and was highly decorated as an Army officer. He retired as a lieutenant colonel. As a young captain, George trained and protected the young soldiers under his command, and he never lost one. The men that he led stayed in touch with him throughout their lives. Some named their kids after him, and out of respect for him, they always addressed him as Captain Livingston, never by his first name. George was a wonderful man with a big heart. Here he is with his bride of 48 years. George was brilliant, kind, generous, and he invested in people. George was also a networking genius. He connected people and he loved to do deals. George launched careers and advised and mentored scores of industry leaders. He was so proud of all of you who learned from him and then moved on and moved up. He has former associates in this room and all around the world. You meant a lot to him. He was in his element among his peers, who are the CEOs of major companies, and he was just as comfortable mentoring students. George was happy to advise people who were starting new businesses, and some were even his competitors. I want to thank you to those friends of George's who donated to the scholarship at UCF. You were the reason for George beaming in that last photo. Some of you were there when John Crossman surprised him with the announcement that the scholarship had been endowed in his name. That meant so much to him. And he was thrilled to meet the first 2 students who were awarded his scholarship. I want you to see what I admire most about George. Help me with this. If you ever did a deal with George, I'd like you to stand and remain standing. If you worked with George, please stand. If he advised you, if he mentored your kids, if he was a friend to you, please stand. If you're still seated, look at the people who are standing. If anyone standing was ever your boss, if you did a deal with them, if they advised you or were a friend to you, please stand or remain standing. Look around the room. This is the impact of one great man. Let's give George Livingston a stand.
I actually know I was supposed to speak, but George was an incredible person. It's a tough year, but it's a great time to move forward, and I'm just lucky to have known George, and thank you all for being a part of it.